Welcome, dear friends. I want to begin this video by asking you one simple question. When was the last time you woke up in the morning and truly felt excited for the day ahead? Not because of an event or an appointment, but simply because your body felt alive, your mind was clear, and your spirit was at peace. For many older adults, mornings can feel heavy. Achy joints, low energy, foggy thoughts. These have become the new normal. But what if I told you it didn't have to be this way? What if just a small, consistent morning habit could change not only how your body feels, but how your entire day unfolds? Today, we're going to uncover the powerful secret of morning exercise. This is not about intense workouts or unrealistic goals. It's about creating a gentle rhythm, a peaceful and nourishing routine that brings movement, oxygen, and energy into your life the moment you wake up. According to the World Health Organization, regular physical activity significantly reduces the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and depression. But beyond the statistics, there's something even more meaningful. The quiet confidence of knowing you're taking care of yourself, that you're still growing, still strengthening, still living fully. This is your time. Let's explore how you can build a morning routine that's not just doable, but something you look forward to. Why morning movement matters more than you think. There's something truly magical about the early morning hours. The air is crisp. The world is quiet. The day hasn't yet made its demands on you. This is the ideal time to tune into your body and give it exactly what it needs: movement. When you exercise in the morning, you're doing more than stretching muscles or raising your heart rate. You're aligning your body's internal clock, what scientists call the circadian rhythm. A study from the Journal of Physiology found that morning exercise helps stabilize this rhythm, improving energy levels throughout the day and promoting deeper sleep at night. But that's just the beginning. Physical activity also fires up your metabolism. Researchers at the University of Bath discovered that morning exercise, especially before breakfast, can increase fat burning by up to 20%. That's because your body taps into stored fat for energy when there's no food in the system yet. For older adults managing weight or cholesterol levels, this is a powerful tool. And let's not forget the emotional uplift. Just 15 minutes of walking or stretching can trigger a release of endorphins, natural chemicals that reduce pain and boost mood. You may have noticed how even gentle activity clears your head and lifts your spirits. That's no accident. It's biology. The American Psychological Association confirms that regular physical activity reduces the risk of depression, especially in older populations. Not only does it help regulate mood, it also improves self-esteem and creates a sense of accomplishment that carries into the rest of your day. So, when we talk about morning exercise, we're not just talking about movement. We're talking about metabolism, sleep, focus, resilience, happiness. All of these benefits, wrapped up in just a few quiet minutes at the start of your day. The real reasons we struggle to maintain the habit. If morning exercise is so powerful, why don't more of us do it? Why do so many people begin with good intentions, only to give up within days or weeks? The answer is rarely about laziness. It's about real-life challenges. We often carry the belief that change is harder with age, that our routines are too fixed, our energy too low, our bodies too fragile. In fact, a survey by AARP found that more than half of adults over 60 believe they're too old to start new health habits. This belief can quietly sabotage our efforts before we even begin. Another common barrier is fear, especially fear of injury. After all, our bodies do change as we age. Joints become stiffer, muscles lose strength. But movement, done safely and gently, can actually restore flexibility and stability. Not moving is far more dangerous than moving mindfully. There's also the issue of motivation. If you're waking up alone, without anyone to encourage you or hold you accountable, it's easy to skip your morning stretch and stay in bed a little longer. The temptation to start tomorrow can be strong. Then there are health conditions that make exercise feel uncertain or intimidating. You may have arthritis, high blood pressure, or shortness of breath. These are real concerns, but they don't mean you can't exercise. Movement can help manage or even improve many of these conditions. Doctors and geriatric specialists now agree. Even small amounts of physical activity can produce meaningful improvements. And the risks of being inactive are far greater than the risks of safe, moderate movement. When you understand your personal barriers, your fears, your beliefs, your past experiences, you can begin to create strategies that work for you, not against you. How to create a routine that works for you. Let's move now from mindset to method. You're ready to make this a part of your life. But how do you begin? Start with clarity. Vague goals like, I'll exercise more, are easy to forget. But a clear commitment, like, I will stretch for 10 minutes every morning after brushing my teeth, is something your brain can grasp and remember. Your routine should be tied to a consistent cue in your day. Maybe you exercise after feeding the dog or right after making your morning tea. These little rituals become anchors, helping the habit stick. Preparation is another key. If you decide to exercise early, lay out your clothes, shoes, and water the night before. You eliminate the friction that causes hesitation in the morning. You won't have to think. You'll just act. When choosing what to do, think gentle and joyful. A walk around your neighborhood, a series of slow yoga stretches, seated tai chi, light resistance bands for strength. You don't need to sweat buckets. You just need to move with intention and care. If you live where the weather changes, have a backup plan. Maybe your usual walk becomes a living room stretch session. Flexibility is key to sustainability. A landmark study in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine found that seniors who moved just 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week, lived on average 3 to 5 years longer than those who were sedentary. A longer life, a better life, one step at a time. How to stay motivated, even on tough days. It's easy to begin a new habit when the excitement is fresh. But what happens on days when you feel tired, discouraged, or bored? That's where motivation must become deeper than enthusiasm. It must be rooted in meaning. One of the most effective tools is connection. Find someone to walk with. Join a virtual senior fitness class. Call a friend and tell them you exercised that morning. Social accountability creates momentum. Variety also prevents boredom. Rotate between walking, stretching, chair yoga, or gentle strength work. Listen to music, nature sounds, or a guided meditation as you move. Make it a sensory experience. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each morning you show up is a win. Keep a simple log of what you did and how you felt. Looking back after a few weeks, you'll see how far you've come. Create reminders that speak to your heart. Stick a note on your mirror that says, "You are choosing health today," or "Your future self is thanking you." These affirmations reframe exercise as a gift, not a chore. And on days when you feel low, remind yourself that the hardest step is the first one. Often, all it takes is 5 minutes to feel better. 5 minutes can lead to 10, then 15, then a new version of yourself. Safety and awareness, moving with confidence. Before diving into your new morning practice, move wisely. If you have any chronic medical conditions, consult your doctor, especially if you have cardiovascular issues, respiratory conditions, or severe arthritis. A short conversation helps you choose the right intensity and style of movement. Always begin with a warm-up. Gentle arm circles, neck rolls, or walking in place for a few minutes is enough to prepare your body. Choose supportive footwear. Avoid slippery floors. Make sure your space is free of obstacles. Listen to your body. If you feel short of breath, dizzy, or experience chest discomfort, stop and rest. Movement should be challenging but never painful. Drink water, even in the morning. Hydration plays a crucial role in keeping your muscles and joints working smoothly. With these precautions in place, you can move forward with confidence. Your body is supported. Your mind is prepared. A real story that might feel familiar. Let me tell you about someone named James. He's 75, retired, and lives in a quiet neighborhood. For years, James struggled with low energy and rising blood pressure. He often woke up feeling stiff, grumpy, and uninterested in the day. Then one morning, at his daughter's suggestion, he decided to take a 5-minute walk, just to the end of the block and back. That one walk became 2 walks, then 3, then every morning. A year later, James's doctor told him his blood pressure had dropped significantly. He had lost 10 pounds. And more than that, James felt proud of himself again. He said, "I didn't change my life overnight. I just kept showing up every morning." And it added up. James's story is not rare. It is real, and it is within reach. The journey begins with one morning. So now, it's your turn. This isn't about changing everything at once. It's about choosing one thing, one small, life-giving ritual, to begin each day with purpose and care. You deserve mornings that feel hopeful. You deserve a body that moves with ease. You deserve the quiet joy that comes from doing something kind for yourself. If you begin tomorrow with just 5 minutes, you've already succeeded. And if you return the next day, you've begun a habit that could last a lifetime. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If this video has inspired you, please share it with someone you care about. Together, let's keep moving, keep growing, and keep thriving, one beautiful morning at a time.